Welcome back to Noet. In the last chapter, Sara's world collapsed after a meth overdose left her caught between life and death. As chapter 2 begins, we experience those moments entirely through her eyes. What follows isn't objective reality, but the terrifying world her mind believes is real. As a reminder, this chapter contains fictional depictions of drug overdose, medical emergency treatment, and psychological hallucinations. These scenes are intended to explore the fragility of perception and the hope of redemption. Viewer discretion is advised. Chapter 2. The paramedic burst through the ambulance doors. Too late. The apocalypse has arrived. Sara thrashes against the restraints. Her jaw snaps open and shut in rapid grinding spasms. A hunger, so deep only fresh brains can satisfy it, claws through her. She can smell blood, sweat, and the burnt plastic coming from her mouth. She keeps biting at all the police officers that are trying to take her down. Her blood boils so fiercely, the night air strikes her like a riot shield smashing into a charging beast. Her pupils bloom into black pools, swallowing the color from her eyes. The bugs crawl through the holes in her decaying skin. All that escapes her now are hisses and broken snarls. Human words belong to the people she now hunts. Her muddy fingers scratch and bend in unnatural directions as the monster fights to free itself. I will crack your head open, she promises with great desire to eat the paramedic's brains. Every sound is too loud. Every light stabs. The ceiling above her ripples and bends like liquid glass. Faces warp into shadows and masks. Her heart bangs its fists against the prisoner's cage, threatening to break the bone. The double doors fly open. Coming in hot, female, late 20s, suspected drug overdose. The lead paramedic calls as the ER team swarms. Found unresponsive on the floor by mother, unknown downtime. No pulse, initially on scene, ROSC after 1 round of CPR. They rush her into trauma bay 2. Her muscles lock as they grab hold of her and jerk her onto an examining table. Every tendon pulls at once. Her back bends so violently she thinks something inside her has snapped. A raw animal sound tears out of her throat. Seizing! Watch her airway! Her vision fractures into shards. The room splits into multiple versions of itself. People doubling, tripling, stretching thin like reflections on broken glass. Somewhere in the chaos, she sees something else moving behind them, but every time she tries to focus on it, it vanishes. Her chest feels trapped beneath a truck tire. White suited figures peel away her skin, tagging her with tracking devices. BP on scene was 212/116. Heart rate was 196 and irregular. Temp 104.3 rectal, severe hypothermia. They strap a muzzle over her face. Agitated delirium when she came around. Combative, extremely paranoid. Alarms blaze. SP02 dropping. She's at 82. Her heart stutters, then crashes forward again. Metal screaming, weight falling. She's tacky, pupils dilated, non-reactive initially but sluggish now. Suspected polysubstance but primary tox consistent with meth. No trauma noted except oral lacerations from jaw clenching. I will not be buried alive. Sara pushes the coffin door open. 6 hands pin her down. No, honey, stay still. You are safe. You are safe, Sara with an H says over her. You are trying to kill me, she snarls through her clenched teeth. She hears the voices whispering through the fluorescent lights as if people are conspiring behind a two-way mirror. Her skin is now melting off her bones. She is drowning in her own heartbeat. Doctor, she coded briefly in the rig, about 40 seconds. Shock not advised at the time. We got pulse back with compressions. Sara failed to infect her. A man in white steps through the crowd, a dissection mask hiding his face. The scalpel in his hand glints beneath the fluorescent lights while his eyes measure her the way a butcher sizes up fresh meat. Let's cool her now, start IV fluids wide open, prep for possible intubation if she doesn't stabilize. Draw full labs, a masked figure says. Tap, 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 tap. The tapping begins like water torture, slow, patient, then faster. Someone is recording every scream, every heartbeat, every cut. Fluids rush into her arm like liquid ice. Cold packs pound against her burning skin like mud being thrown from a shovel. Tubes, wires, hands everywhere. She tries to scream again, but it comes out more like sobbing. Her mother hovers at the doorway, still clasping the pregnancy applicator. Their eyes meet for just a second. Sara looks beyond her while her mother is praying for her baby and for her baby's baby. A nurse approaches, pulling the trauma curtain behind her. "I found this in the bathroom before she got sick," her mother pleads to the nurse. The nurse looks down at the pregnancy applicator. "We will try to do everything we can, but right now she is very sick. Do you know what she may have taken?" "Mom, they are trying to kill me! Mom!" The tapping grows louder, drowning out every voice in the room. The alarms fade. The shouting fades. Even her own heartbeat begins to disappear beneath it. The doubling figures still reach for her, their hands multiplying until they blur together. The elusive figure in the mirror stops stalking the room, coming into focus. A medical scribe, who wasn't there before, sits off to the side of the room, typing into a computer. Everything about him is too clean. Hair trimmed into impossible angles, white scrubs without a wrinkle, white gloves, white shoes. Even the fluorescent light seems afraid to touch him. His back is to her, but he knows she sees him because he briefly stops typing. The fluorescent light above her head flickers once, twice, like a failing signal, then collapses into a trembling halo. The shadows around the operating room bend away from him, stretching in ways shadows shouldn't. Somewhere far away, a long, shrill tone screams through the darkness. Everyone seems to hear it except the medical scribe. He spins on the stool to face her. Dryly, he says, "You have some wires that got crossed. Stay put while I straighten them out." He turns back to the computer and begins typing again. Sara looks around the room. The reflections, the shadows, her mother, all gone, except for her and the medical scribe. She sits up with ease. The restraints have disappeared. She examines her arms. No wires. Even the bugs are gone. Then she pulls the muzzle off her face. "Who are you?" "A messenger," he replies. Behind him, the exit sign burns with a steady green light that seems meant only for her. "Sit still. I am almost done." She looks at the door beneath the exit sign and slowly moves her legs to one side of the bed. She touches the hospital gown that she is wearing in confusion. "How did I get in this?" He sighs, then spins around on the stool. "You can leave if you wish." He glances at the door. "Most people do." He spins back around to his laptop. He returns to typing. "It simply takes longer." Sara stands up from the bed. She almost falls backward onto it, but regains her balance. She looks at him with suspicion. "I really wouldn't recommend you do that. The door leads to the long way back. If you just stay put and let me finish, I can help you get back more quickly." Sara backs toward the glowing exit sign, one careful step at a time. Her fingers search blindly behind her until they find the cold metal handle. She never looks away from him. The latch clicks. She slips through the opening and pulls the door closed without turning her back. Thank you for spending time with me as we continue the journey through Noet. In episode 6 of Behind the Pages, we'll unpack the inspiration behind this chapter, the symbolism hidden throughout the scene, and some details you may have missed on a first reading. Until next time, may your imagination continue to explore the worlds within.